Right, so should we head on to the SummerSlam?
Yes. I didn't watch the pre-show. Spoiler alert.
I caught bits of it. I wasn't all really paying attention to it, but you know.
Gulak defeated Lorcan.
Gulak defeated Lorcan. We knew that was going to happen anyway. Bliss and Cross beat the Iconics. Buddy Murphy and Apollo Crews got stopped due to Rowan interference and death,
which is good. Fun. Continuity of story with him and Roman Reigns, etc., etc.
Yes.
So
then the first match of the night was a submission match. Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Natty Neidhart. I thought it was a decent match. I
was going into this thinking this is going to be trash.
But no, it was good.
It was okay. I'm not going to say it was great. It was okay.
It wasn't great. It was a perfectly fine match. I mean, because Natalya's a decent wrestler, and Becky's a decent wrestler as well, and it was a decent submission match, a lot of continuity. I like the fact that someone's grabbing for the ropes, and I'm like, well, no, that doesn't work. You can't rope break.
They have to use it to pull themselves up and try and out of the ring instead, which is quite cool.
Becky hit a rather loose sharpshooter, but again, you know, fine, it's okay.
They both tried each other's submissions. It's a very different. I was good when I first watched this, and now that I've thought about it, I was going to take a massive dump on it because submission matches aren't great matches to watch, to be quite honest.
No.
They're a bit dull. It's constant putting people in holds, constantly trying to get...
It's not that. So I'm not that big a fan of just standard gimmick matches. I'm not a fan of like last man standing as a concept. Last man standing, or it really limits what you can do in a ring.
Yeah.
But as a submission match, the initial thought of a submission match for Becky, who only has one submission hold,
and for Natalya, who only has one
submission hold, and you're thinking, okay, right. I mean, I'll watch it, but yeah, I watched it. It was a perfectly fine match.
Yeah, it
was a decent match, and the right person won, so it's okay.
Yeah, Becky won. They both tried each other's. Submission move.
Didn't Natalya do like a sharpshooter out of the with Becky hanging out of the ring? That looked fucking gruesome. It's the first time. I swear it's the first time that he's put on a sharpshooter correctly as well.
Probably.
But yeah, it was a fun match.
Yeah, so Becky won with a disarmer. We then had
Goldberg
versus Dolph Ziggler with. If you watch the WWE watch along on YouTube, it was brilliant. Have you seen the story about Matt Riddle, how he went to go and see Goldberg?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So if you haven't seen...
We need to have a talk, boy.
We need to have a talk. Yeah, that was great.
Oh my God, it's like Matt... Right, WWE...
I'm not your bro!
Right, Matt, I don't know if you're not aware, WWE Watch Along is, in effect, the same thing that a lot of other podcast groups people do, is they sit in a room and they watch the matches alongside. You can't see the matches, but you can see their physical reactions to it. Like Gargano with The Fiend, but again, we'll get to that later. Have you seen that, by the way? Gargano's reaction to The Fiend's entrance?
No, I'll have to watch that later.
I'll tell you about that. So, in this area, you've got Pat McAfee, who some people hate, some people like. Personally, I think he's quite funny. He's quite entertaining. He knows how to take the piss out of himself, and Adam Cole hates him. So that makes it even funnier, because Adam Cole just rips him to shit all the time. At one point he said, what did he say? Adam Cole said it should have been Pat McAfee on a pole match for the third stipulation. We'd have just left you in the ring and walked out. Brilliant. Good old Adam Cole.
It's true, so booking.
Yeah. The Iconics are usually on there. Liv Morgan's usually on there. But Matt Riddle was sitting in there this time, just ripping Goldberg to shit for the entire time.
But no, he was doing it without... Like, he was doing it sarcastically.
Oh, sarcastic ripping. It's like when because obviously it was a squash match. Dolph Ziggler stands in the ring. Goldberg destroys him, and then Dolph Ziggler comes up, goes, "Give me more," or he wants more, or whatever. What do you call that? And blah 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 blah. And then Matt Riddle jokingly gets up and goes, "Right, I'm gonna go and get him. I'm gonna go and save Ziggler." And just starts taking the mickey.
It's the bit where Goldberg wins the match, and he just throws his flip flop.
Oh, come on,
Dolph. No. It was brilliant. I loved it. But yeah, pretty much a very generic squash match. Excuse me. It looked like it was going to be a quick win for Ziggler with super kick. Turns out, no. Spear, jackhammer, game over, and then
called back for more. Riddle interferes. But no,
Just a flesh wound.
yeah, tis but a flesh wound.
It is effectively that from there.
Yeah, but you know, this is Dolph's character now because he did that on Raw as well. To the Miz.
Cool.
You know, slight drop in ability there, but never mind. Next we had AJ and Ricochet. I thought it was a really good match. Probably one of my favourite on the card, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
They can both go. I mean, I don't even really need to go into details, to be honest.
Just watching how Styles can catch Ricochet midair as he's going for, I think it was like a flip move, top rope into a Styles clash, and it didn't look groggy. It didn't look messy. It's
so clean.
So yeah,
it was so because. The thing is, right, bear in mind, AJ has spent his WWE career has been spent him being the flippy one and the one who does all the sort of, because he's quite an acrobatic guy, isn't he? He does his 450, terminal form and whatnot, does the acrobatical kind of stuff. But he has to be the lumbering guy to Ricochet. So Ricochet's going pew, pew, pew all over the place, literally, according to his entrance theme, going all over the place. And AJ has to be the one who has to be the sort of slower guy to sort of bring it back down a level, and he handled it really well. I love Ricochet standing on, he basically standing on Gallows.
Oh, he stood on, like
Gallows and Anderson's heads. And
he just stood on their shoulders, like leaping platforms to get to AJ.
Fantastic, a lovely spot that, and fine.
But yeah, it was a very good match.
Yep, fine.
Anaconda Vice, therefore CM Punk chance.
CM Punk through the roof.
So yeah,
Bayley versus Ember Moon in the worst built match
ever.
What?
Snooze fest.
No, it was the worst built match ever. I feel so fucking sorry for Ember Moon. I do.
So do I, because it was a snooze fest.
No. It wasn't. It was a snooze fest because no one cared. Because Ember Moon, in the 4 or 5 weeks in the build up to it, has been the person she lost every match. Every match in the build up to it, she's lost. And then Bayley saves her. And it's like, this is dumb. This is fucking stupid, and it's not needed. It's shite.
Bayley's character on main roster does not work.
Bayley's character works on the main roster fine. It's that she needs an opponent that makes sense.
And they need to do storylines that work.
Yeah.
Instead
of booking, because
like this.
I'm absolutely fucking fine with Bayley being champion. It's perfectly fine to me. It just, as long as she has the right stories going forward, then yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that Ember Moon was the wrong person to face Bayley. She wasn't, but if it was booked right, then yeah. Ember Moon can be an uber babyface as well as Bayley because she's got the most over finishing move in the entirety of wrestling.
Mm.
The Eclipse is the most over move. Okay, come at me. It's the most over move in wrestling at the moment. So, you know, it's fine. You know, it could have been booked so much better, but it was shit. Simple.
Toronto crowd really hated Bayley, didn't they?
They're proper smarky cunts, aren't they? They booed everything. They booed everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of booing everything, Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon uber booed. Kevin Owens. All that needs to be known is that A, Shane McMahon did not do a coast to coast, and B, Kevin Owens hit a stunner at the end. That's it. That's all I need to say.
We also had You Can't Wrestle chance, which was delightful.
Oh, beautiful.
Wasn't Elias in this as an enforcer?
Oh my god! So Elias came down to the ring in his ref shirt, and got in the way when
I know he tripped up Kevin Owens.
Owens did a senton off the apron, hit the ref and hit Elias. That feeds into what happened on SmackDown, and then Owens beat the living fuck out of Elias with chair shots and this, that, and the other. It gets into the ring. Basically, I'm just talking to the end of it. Shane McMahon's on his knees in a big sweaty blubby mess because, you know, he's an old man, and Shane's going, come on, hit me with a chair, hit me, because, you know, if he loses, he's gone. And then, you know, refs go, no, don't do it, and then the crowd's telling him not to do it. He doesn't do it. He puts the chair down. It takes a lot of restraint to do that, by the way. To not hit Shane. If you've got the opportunity to hit Shane with a chair, you fucking take that shot. Jesus Christ. And then ref's back is turned. Wallop in the bollocks. Shane goes down in pain. Gets up. Stunner. 1, 2, 3. Game over. And that's fine. Massive pop because it's Kevin Owens in Canada. Simple
Love it.
as fuck.
Love it.
Now, This match surprised the living fuck out of me. I give it 3.5 stars. Charlotte Flair, Trish Stratus I'm talking about now. Trish, what? She can still go like a motherfucker. She's that was her last match, sadly. She's confirmed she's retired. But, mate, I don't remember individual spots in this match. All I remember is being solidly impressed with everything in this match. With everything from both sides being fantastic in this match.
Yeah, it was good.
Right. You need to tell me what happens with Kofi and Randy, because I didn't see that. So
Kofi and Randy Orton.
I've seen the booing at the end and the bullshit chants.
Yes. So the match, obviously, Kofi's family was at ringside. Little lad, wife. Obviously, we had Randy Orton come out. We had pretty much. It was just a generic wrestling match, which didn't have a lot going on. It was very slow moving. Obviously,
Randy likes to slow the pace down to fuck Mark.
Obviously building. We had bits where Kingston took out Orton with like loads of clotheslines and a boom drop, and then went, "Who's stupid? Not me." Apparently, we had the backbreaker. Obviously, Orton did his usual things on the announce tables where he picks them up into a backbreaker and just launches them. Literally, whoosh, off you go. Fly, Kofi, fly. He did that a couple of times.
Cool.
It was pretty much just I can't think. This is the thing. I don't really remember much about it. Obviously, they were trying to get in their RKOs and Trouble in Paradise, whatnot. He went to the top. The bit that did happen that I do remember is he went to. They were doing like pin attempts, like backslides, etc. Kingston then went to go to the top rope to try and do some sort of move, and obviously RKO out of nowhere. But then he didn't pin him straight away, so Kingston rolled out the ring. Orton went outside, and it was right in front of the family. The little lad, the one who was like jumping around in the ring at WrestleMania, or flamboyant of the two, he was like giving off to Orton, which is brilliant.
Yes,
but yeah, he was pretty much a very slow. I didn't even realize there was a count going on because I couldn't hear it, but they both got counted down because Orton was just tormenting his family in front of him, but didn't really do anything. So it's a bit.
It's just weird. It sounds very weird. And then, as far as I remember, Kofi then just wells on the living shit out of him afterwards. With the kendo, yeah. And that's that, really.
But I think the reason why the crowd shat on it is because of the ending.
Yeah. The match itself, from what I remember, the match itself was fine. Just the end was shite.
Because it took forever for him to just do all this stuff with the family. And it was just like, just get him in the ring and pin him. Yeah. Just do something, and nothing really happened, and then it ended in a double count out. I don't know where we go from here. Is it going to be Randy Orton and Kofi 2?
Probably a Clash of Champions, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if, and I don't want. I kind of want to see a new champion. That's no disrespect to Kofi. I just think he's had his time now. I think we need a new.
There was a part of me that thought that, and that's the reason why I went for Randy Orton. But then I watched Kofi's 24 on the network, and seeing what the guy's been through and what being a champion from Ghana really means, and how he's basically a national hero because of his heritage and because he's, the champion. He's a national hero, and I can see them keeping the title in for a while longer, and that's fine as long as he can have some keep going with decent matches. The match itself, from what I remember, was fine. Just his finish was a bit shit, so is what it is.
It just sets up that we're going to have another one, I think.
Possibly, just hopefully not with a shit finisher. But it doesn't matter because the Fiend happened now, which was the best thing to happen the entire weekend. Don't at me. Best thing to happen the entire weekend. They had one shot to get this right.
And they got it completely right.
And they did it.
They got it so right.
Absolutely spot on. It was better than I imagined, because that you can throw all the NXTs at me, you can throw everything at me. This is what I wanted to see. This I wanted to see what the Fiend's entrance was going to be. I wanted to see what his music was going to be. I wanted to see how he was going to be in the ring, and
whether he wear the mask when he was wrestling.
Yes,
just all of these things. And literally, because I didn't watch it on Sunday night, and I didn't watch it until this morning, which is Thursday, which is a long time. The first thing that I did was
skip to the Fiend's entrance.
I was like, I just went straight to Twitter. I went straight to Twitter. Someone will have uploaded it. I'm sure it's there. And I watched it and I just sat there and went, that was fucking good.
See, the funny thing is WWE initially released the entire entrance, and then, oh yeah, the entire thing on their YouTube channel. The entire thing was released on YouTube. And then they realised that, obviously, having a mask of Bray Wyatt's face as a lantern probably won't sit down very well with the kids. So they removed it and then put up a 50-second version of it instead. All right. We'll talk about the Fiend and all that stuff in a second. I don't like the fact that Finn got much offense in, and that the Finn was able to actually get the Fiend down briefly.
It was still a squash.
It was still a squash, but it wasn't as justifiably a squash. I don't mind Finn getting a few punches in and a few kicks, maybe a step up into Guri or something like that, or something that would have led the Fiend to go down and roll straight back up. But then obviously it led to the finish with the mandible claw, so fine. By the way, love that as a finish.
I love it.
It's okay, so we'll cut back to the entrance. So Finn comes in, everyone's like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool. I've also on YouTube, by the way, I know I'm skipping over I'm going in 3 million miles an hour right now. On YouTube right now, there is someone's in the stadium at the event on their phone recording it, the entire entrance and the entire match, and it looks even better live. It looks insane live. Right, sorry, we had to just stop recording for just a minute. So, as you were saying,
yeah. So the Fiend didn't the Fiend's entrance didn't really come across very well at the beginning because the Let Me In was not there properly. And then I've listened to the actual Code Orange version, and that is very different to how it was played.
Yeah, I think it's tailored to certain events,
which is good, because I think the beginning bit still has the dun 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 dun, but it's very distorted.
It's very distorted, heavy bass.
I didn't like it on the track, but they didn't use it in the entrance.
Oh no! I like it. I like it from the track because obviously it's a song. Yeah, it is an actual song. WWE just bought the rights to it.
If they used it in the entrance, I don't think it'd work. It wouldn't have the same emphasis, I don't think.
Well, I guess, and just a really heavy hurt and heal. It sounds like Blood and Kill, but hurt and heal. Shout out to Code Orange, man, fucking awesome.
It's such a great version of it. But when I was watching it, I was like, I heard the hurt and heal, and I was like, this sounds heavy. This sounds like Slipknot style, what he wanted. And then they started doing the catching flies. I was like, oh, what?
I know. As soon as I heard Catching Flies, I went, oh, this is brilliant. They've just remixed his original theme. They've remixed Bray Wyatt's original theme. This is perfect. It's a twisted version of Bray Wyatt. This is fantastic. I love it. This makes total sense. Oh my God, he's got a lantern of Bray Wyatt's face. Oh my God, this is amazing. And it ties...
little details of it.
It ties in with the Firefly Funhouse, where everything is just a link to Bray Wyatt's past.
Yeah,
because you've got Mercy's Follow the Buzzards, you've got Abby the Witch, Sister Abigail, you've got Huskers, which is Husky Harris, and Rambling Rabbit, which is his rambling promos towards the end of his time as Bray Wyatt. I think that's what it is. Rambling Rabbit to me seems like a reference to his promos towards the end of, because basically Bray Wyatt's promos up until the Matt Hardy stuff was just promo after promo after promo after promo, lose. Promo, lose at pay-per-view. Promo, lose at pay-per-view. And that's just a repeat of that over and over again. Yeah. So I think that might be what it's in reference to.
There's a bit where they zoom in on the lantern when it's on the apron.
Yeah.
And it's actually got stitches over his eyes.
The eyes are stitched, and the handle is his hair with dreadlocks.
I was just like, that is creepy as shit.
It is, and it just even like when he's outside of him, he stands there and he puts the hands to his head and just sort of just morphs and goes right and just storms up, and then in time with the music where he starts going back into the hard hill, he's just sort of like right up against the hard cam, leaning up against the
lights.
Oh my god, you can tell
those lights. Well, I know I said that's going to get boring.
It'll never get boring. And you know what? Another bit that I love is that the theme just goes like that in the middle of it. It just stops.
Yeah,
it was
you can't stop it. You don't have to
fade it out.
The way that he does, yeah. Normally he has to wait until he blows the thing out, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, it just cuts.
Just cut. Yeah.
And it cuts to an echo silence. You hear a slight reverb as it reverberates around the building, and then just dead stop. And like the end, he's got a fucking outro. He's got an outro.
The outro. Oh.
No one gets an outro. Mankind wouldn't get an outro. He asked. I remember hearing about this. Mick Foley begged for an outro. He didn't get one. Bray Wyatt's got an outro.
Because it works.
And because every single detail of this character has been created directly by Bray Wyatt. Every single nuance, every single millisecond of that entrance is timed to perfection. Every single millisecond of the outro, every single millisecond of the match itself is timed to absolute perfection. Yeah. It's like he doesn't Irish whip them, he fucking flings them by the back of his head. Because really, he doesn't do a standard Irish whip to Finn Balor, he launches him by the back of his head.
There's a bit as well where he
fucking headbutts him.
Yeah, he got into the corner as well, and he did the thing where he goes upside down.
Yeah.
Which looks creepy, but then I was like, oh, he's going to do the thing where he's on all fours, isn't he?
No, he's not.
It. Oh, he didn't. And I was like, good, I like it. But yeah, there was a bit where it just showed Finn's pure, after the entrance, he went to Finn, and Finn's face, and I saw a tweet, which was the best thing ever. He says, I should have worn the brown pants.
Yes, very good. I like that, and even you can tell that the Finn's choice of wearing white as well. It's the symbol of evil and light and good versus bad, light versus dark. If I remember correctly, it's either Finn Balor's first entrance or Bray Wyatt's first entrance on Raw. That camera shot of Finn Balor looking perplexed and scared right in the entrance is replicated exactly. It's either Finn Balor's first entrance when whoever he's facing has that sort of perplexed, scared look, or it's whoever Bray Wyatt's facing. I can't remember what it was. I saw it on Reddit. I was like, it's everything about it is a callback, and it's perfect. And they had, as I said, they had one shot to do this, and they did it absolutely spot on. I was terrified they were going to fuck this up. Because we were saying it for months.
The crowd's anticipation as well was so.
My god!
You could feel, because before he came out, they were obviously chanting "Yowie Wowie," and I was just like, they are so excited for this that if it goes wrong, they will shit on it.
Oh, they will shit on it.
They will take a massive dump on this if it goes really badly. But it didn't, because at the end they were going, "That was awesome."
It was like you think about it, it's a massive gamble, because how do you live up to the? Because bear in mind the Firefly Funhouse has been going since like April. You know, how do you build a character for 4 months off screen, and then all of a sudden you bring him in, and it has to be
how it's going to work, isn't it? I think his promo work that's going to be on screen is going to be him in the house.
I think it is,
and then anything else is going to be Fiend. When you see him, he's going to be the Fiend.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, that outro, it goes black, and you hear him get out of the ring because you can hear him drop down and roll out. And then he gets to the, you could just hear the laughs, and it's just like, that is creepy in itself. Yeah. But then he gets to the top of the ramp, and it's just like, I don't know if it says "let me in," I can't really remember, and it's just him turning back, and you just go, if you see that, if the Undertaker did that, you'd get freaked out.
Yeah.
If Kane did something like that with his mask, you get freaked out.
Old Kane, yeah.
If it was okay. If it's anybody else, just without any face paint or any mask, it looks shit. But with the Fiend's mask, it looks absolutely terrifying.
And the thing with it, right, is
it gave like
WWE have been crying out for a gimmick wrestler Velveteen Dream is the only gimmick wrestler they've got at the moment. He's the only one they have, and he's on a different brand.
A monster type gimmick.
Yes,
this works because I think we now know everything about the Undertaker and how it happened, like how everything happens. Because I'm at the age now where, lightning's in the stadium. Yeah, okay. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, that's terrifying. Now I'm like, it's just special effects, like
a little bit of pyro.
Yeah. Whereas now with the Fiend stuff, it's everything turns to black and you don't know what he's going to do.
I like that.
And it's the lights which makes it horrifying. And I've said to you many weeks before, he needs to stand in the crowd. They need to have like 4 or 5 people wearing the same mask stood in the crowd, and you don't know which one it is.
That sounds like a great idea.
And you just get it like pops up in one corner of the stadium, and it's got the lights flash. Someone's behind him flashing the lights. It goes black again. He goes somewhere else. He does it exactly the same. It goes black again, and then you just get. It could be anywhere.
It honestly, the thing with this now is. The possibilities now are completely endless.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a debut. The great thing is he wasn't on Raw or SmackDown.
I've read that they're going to keep him,
and they're keeping him fresh.
They're going to keep him away from TV.
Well, it's very simple. Do you want to know why? Because you have to watch every week to find out whether he's going to be on TV or not. Because right now he's the hottest thing in wrestling. Full stop.
He is
right now. Period.
I literally went to the WWE shop this morning because I was like, oh my god, I hope there's Fiend merch. There's a mask.
Yep.
There's the Hurt Heel gloves. You can buy each individual puppet.
Oh, not just that. No, there was a Firefly Funhouse box.
I don't know if that's still there, but there was definitely.
Please tell me you saw the release video. The Bray Wyatt doing the advertising for that.
No,
it's so good. I will show you it in a minute. Stickers! No, I'll show you in a minute.
But yeah, like...
It's really good.
But then he's also got 2 T-shirts, which one that says Yowie Wowie, which I obviously would like.
Obviously,
I want one which is more... Like, I want to see more of his mask on a T-shirt with Yowie Wowie underneath.
I think you might see that.
And I will buy that.
I've got Hurt and Heel on either side. But it's just very, 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 very clever. And it was all I cared about for the entirety of SummerSlam. It's all I cared about.
Completely agree. I was like, I'm done now. I don't really want to watch the rest.
Yeah,
but I have to. But you can understand why they put it on so late.
Yes, because it would have scared the shit out of little children.
Because didn't you say that they listed this as TV-14 earlier in the week?
It wasn't TV-14 though. It was PG. They lied. It honestly, that if my 8-year-old saw that, she would have shat herself. Genuinely, or obviously not, she shat herself, but she'd have been scared.
Yeah.
You know, I can get the feeling why they put that on so late in the show.
Gave me goosebumps throughout.
Well, yeah, because
I've never watched a wrestling segment like that for a long time, which gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
And just pure.
I loved it. I loved it.
I've just seen the time. Universal Championship, Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar.
Go on.
Lesnar's a transitional champion, ladies and gentlemen.
That hurt my head. Lesnar's transitional champion. Okay. It was a fun match.
Isn't he? He is. He's been champion for what?
Yeah. You need to talk about this one because I don't know what to say. So
I genuinely thought, here we go. It's going to be Brock Lesnar's going to destroy him. Game over. And it wasn't. It started that way.
Okay.
A little bit. But with Seth. Because Seth stomped him very quickly and I thought, oh my God, he's going to squash Brock Lesnar. What the actual hell?
That's hilarious.
But he didn't. Lots of German suplexes, obviously. F5, Suplex City, tossing around doing a spin move while holding his back, strapping. He literally picked him up.
Oh, yes.
Wheeled him around. I was like, that was good. I like that. But yeah, it was just a bit. As the match kept going on, I thought, Rollins is winning this, isn't he? And I could imagine people watching it live will go, yeah, he's going to win here. It's-
The longer it goes on, the more Bray starts taunting. You know it's all going to turn to shit for Bray. Not Bray. Wow, Brock.
yeah, Bray on the mind. But yeah, it was. I don't know. There was no low blows. There was none of that. It was literally he won clean. He did many stomps. He did many frog splashes. And I was quite surprised. To be
Yeah, I
quite
was surprised as well. But ultimately, I can see why they did it. But
you
now,
could tell they were going to work on his ribs, which they did quite a lot. There was a flying frog splash from the top of the turnbuckle to the outside on an announce table, which was cool.
but then, I mean, going past this now, because we do need to start wrapping up soon. You know what? You know, where next for Seth? You know, where does he go next with this? Who does he face next?
Thing is, this is quite interesting. Get Rollins winning clean is something which Lesnar has done quite a few. He does not simply do jobs uncontested. He put John Cena over clean at Extreme Rules in 2012.
Yeah.
He lost a convoluted street fight to Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And he put Roman Reigns over last year.
Yeah. So that's four clean losses in 7 years.
He doesn't put people over clean that often.
Very rarely.
That makes this seem like a big deal. I don't think we'll see it for a while, to be quite honest.
Nah, don't think we need to. I don't think we need to. I don't think we'll see Brock again till October, to be honest. And that's fine. That's how it is, and so be it.